Welcome to this week's video. It is dealing with the ever so popular under eye area. Seems to be a common complaint among us ladies, either with dark, deep blue or purple circles or bags under the eyes. I've been using the same concealer for years now, and I'm probably missing out on some opportunities to try something new. Did a little bit of research online, wanted to hone in on concealers for more mature skin, things that won't dry, settle into cracks, and I came up with 7 different concealers to try for 7 days of the week. So you got it. We're going to be doing one concealer every single day, and then I will follow up at the end of the day with a kind of checking in to see how it wore and if I'm happy with the result. So the very first thing I'll be doing in each tutorial is using INC.REDIBLE Depuffing Under Eye Jade Roller for $15, just to get rid of the bags and the puffiness from overnight. Secondly, Sephora Bright Future Color Corrector in Melon for $14. A color corrector is critical to override those blue and purplish tones, and you need an orange-based corrector to take care of that. And number 3, I'll be following up all concealer applications with Mercier Secret Brightening Powder for under eyes in $28. The brushes that I'll be using, Jentry Kelley, it's her Smoky Eye Smudge brush for $20. I really like the size and shape of it for the color corrector since it's very small and we're just targeting a small area. And then for my concealer brush, it's Marc Jacobs The Conceal Full Cover Correcting Brush for $24. I do want to address something because I'm starting each of these demos with the Sephora brand color corrector in the peach, and you may be thinking, well, wait a second, by doing that I can't fully see what all of these concealers can do. If you have very strong discoloration under the eyes, what happens is you start overcompensating with the concealer and applying way too much to be able to color correct. By building on too much product, it can lead to a lot of cakiness and crepiness and crumbling, and no concealer is going to satisfy you that way. So here's day 1, Thursday. It's a heavy makeup look because I'm heading to work today. And my concealer for this day is IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer, $27, and my shade is 21.5 Medium Nude. So I used my Sephora Bright Future Color Corrector in Melon first. I will say this about the IT concealer. It's probably the hardest working cream concealer out there when it comes to covering dark under eye circles, crepiness, creasing, fine lines, even flakes. It's formulated with hyaluronic acid, collagen, and peptides. It applies smoothly to give waterproof full coverage that'll last you 24 hours. Application here is key though. It just takes a teeny tiny drop. It has a thick consistency. It's not as easy to blend as other concealers, so just be aware of that. A good concealer brush here is key. It's also recommended that you warm the concealer with your fingers and then tap it into the skin. I probably should have read that before shooting this video. Anywho, took a little bit longer. It's available in 48 shades for you. It's suitable for all skin types, free of harsh chemicals and the usual suspects, vegan, cruelty, and gluten-free. The only con that I could find was that some reviewers said it was too heavy. So let's see what I think by the end of the day. I have to tell you, this stuff wore amazingly well. I was a little concerned when it came out of the tube. It was incredibly thick and oily, and I thought for sure my under eye area is going to grease up. I'm going to be applying powder throughout the day. I only touched up with powder twice. I would not use this concealer if I were doing a lighter makeup look. I think if you're going out for dinner, you want something with staying power, this Bye Bye concealer is a winner in my book. Day 2, it's Friday, and I'm wearing a much lighter makeup look because I'm not working today. I actually got the day off for a nice long weekend. I'm demoing a brand new product, at least for me. It's Kosas, the Revealer Concealer Super Creamy and Brightening Concealer. $28, and the shade that I'm using is 3.5. So Kosas claims that this is a concealer and eye cream in one. It offers medium to full coverage, serves as a spot treatment for blemishes. It has a luminous and a dewy finish that's not tacky. There are 3 ingredients at work here. Number 1 is arnica to support your skin's healing. Number 2, caffeine, that brightens and depuffs. And number 3, peptides to support collagen production. So it's said to help dark circles. Even blemishes will vanish over time. I found that it goes on wet. It actually dries on its own quite a bit. You can choose to set it with powder or not. I still did a little bit with my Laura Mercier. This is vegan, cruelty and gluten-free. It is clean at Sephora, formulated without a list of 50 ingredients. So that really piqued my interest. 16 shades, all skin types. You can layer over foundation. The cons that I found, reviewers said that the shades are too yellow. How did it wear? For me personally, I have yellow undertones, so it actually worked in my favor. But if you definitely have red or peachy undertones, it might be problematic for you. So I had a couple of red spots and I immediately touched those with my concealer brush and they vanished and they did not pop out during the day. I would say that this one shows a little bit more of the crepiness and the creasiness than the other one, but it's also a lighter, more of a natural type of a product. If a clean product really resonates with you, then I definitely think that this one by Kosas is a wonderful product. Moving on to our third day, it's the weekend. Happy Saturday. First, you got to check out this t-shirt. Okay, but first coffee. Found it at Poshmark for all of $6. I couldn't resist. So I self-tanned today. I'm using a warmer foundation and concealer as well. So after the color corrector, my concealer of choice is Maybelline New York Instant Age Rewind Concealer, $8 in medium. Now again, I should have read the instructions first because you have to turn it in the direction of the arrows, and the glue from the seal actually covered those arrows, so it took a while to figure it out and get it going. But once I did, this concealer is touted by many as the drugstore go-to. It's an award winner to not only reduce dark circles, but also correct the redness of your skin. It's fused with haloxyl for fine lines and wrinkles and goji berry extracts. Gives you a sheer to medium coverage, and again, rated one of the best concealers for mature skin. I put it on with the sponge applicator. I still prefer using my brush to finish it off. It's fragrance-free. 18 shades. The only con that I could find was that some reviewers said it might not be suitable for dry skin. So let's see what this mature skin thinks by the end of the day. Now I have relatively dry skin under my eye and I didn't feel that it made it dry or cracky or crepey in the least. In fact, it wore beautifully throughout the day. I only had to touch up with powder one time, and for $8 and the kind of coverage this delivers and wearability, and listen, when I travel, this is the one that I'm going to pack in my cosmetic bag for sure. On to day 4 now. It's Sunday, and since I can't get all dressed up to go to church, my makeup look is really pared down for errands and yoga and whatnot. So BB cream, a little waterproof mascara, lip gloss. I've got my corrector on, and the concealer of choice for today is Yves Saint Laurent Touche Eclat High Cover Radiant Concealer for $35 in shade 2, which is ivory. So they say if things are looking a little dry, dull, and puffy, this pen can really brighten things up. It's infused with caffeine and ruscus extract to depuff, vitamin E and calendula extract to soothe, and hyaluronic acid to hydrate. It's said to erase hereditary dark circles and signs of fatigue. Hello! It provides all-over natural luminosity without shimmer or glitter. It actually reflects light away from the eyes, and this one can also be used as a highlighter. I did notice it had a bit of a cooling effect from the calendula in the product. It's a natural coverage, one that you can build, comes in 16 colors, all skin types. It is free of sulfates, parabens, and phthalates. You can set this one with powder or not if you want a more dewy finish. Now, the only con I could find on this, reviewers said it didn't give as much coverage as they had hoped. It's more of a natural finish. That's why I use this with more of a pared down look. So let's see if my dark circles will be banished by nighttime. There's no crinkling, there's no creping. This little brush can get into really tight little spaces all the way on the inner corner, on the outside for spot correcting, so that's a plus as well. The minus was exactly what other reviewers had said, which is it didn't seem to wear as long. And I noticed that as the day progressed, I started to get a little bit more of the purple color and blue starting to show right here. So it's not a super high coverage concealer. So for me, it's not going to get a 5-star just because it allowed some of that discoloration to show. On to day 5, back to work Monday, so heavier makeup application going on here. My concealer of choice today is Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer for $30 in medium custard. Customers love this award-winning concealer. They say it provides great coverage without feeling heavy, cakey, or clogging the pores. The ingredient list probably the reason for that. You've got magnolia bark extract, grapeseed extract, and vitamin E to reduce the appearance of redness and to promote moisture retention. This one lasts up to 16 hours and is considered a medium coverage concealer. Suitable for all skin types, 30 colors, sulfate, paraben, formaldehyde, and gluten-free, also a vegan product. One of the things I love about this is they offer you a mini size for $13, so that's great if you don't want to invest in 30. I could not find any con whatsoever. Reviewers kept describing this as their holy grail of concealers. So question is it going to beat my Tarte Shape Tape, the one that I've been wearing for years and that has served as my holy grail? Let's see. Sadly, not my holy grail. I had such high hopes, and it's not to say that this isn't a good concealer. It is. One thing that it does tout is that it's very, very good to the under eye area. There's no creping or crinkling, and that is true. But when I push in close, and what you will notice is that some of the depth and the discoloration right in here started to pop in. And I was so tempted before the 10 o'clock news tonight to just tap a little bit right there just to cover it, but I couldn't because this has to be an authentic review. So I went on the air with a little bit of, yeah, okay, whatever, who cares? This will have to be a 4-star just because it wasn't my holy grail. For day 6, also a work day, I'm using Bobbi Brown's Intensive Skin Serum Concealer, $45 in beige. This is the most expensive concealer in the list. It's described as a silky hybrid formula to treat and tone under the eyes. It uses cordyceps mushroom, Indian tree root, and bamboo grass. Now this formula is said to counteract excess pigmentation while leaving skin plump, smooth, and more refreshed. The weightless serum glides easily over the color corrector. It is said to brighten and boost hydration for a fresher, brighter, more rejuvenated look. It's easy to blend using fingers or a brush. You know which one I'm preferring. Comes in 22 shades, suitable for all skin types, paraben, phthalate, sulfate, and sulfite free. The only con obviously is the price because it is the most expensive at $45. So I'm wondering, is this one going to leave my eyes bright-eyed and bushy-tailed by 11 p.m.? Okay, this is after a long day. Yeah, major sticker shock. $45 is a lot for a concealer. I really do feel this concealer performed exceptionally well. As I push in tight, you can see it's still there. It took care of the delicate skin underneath the eye area. In fact, it even talked about correcting hyperpigmentation under the eye, which is why it really spoke to me. I found that it went on very thick and creamy, and I thought, consistency awfully similar to the It Bye Bye Under Eye. But unlike that one, this one started to dry on its own, so I felt like I needed less powder throughout the day. I'm real happy with this. It's gonna get 5 stars. Last on my list, it's Wednesday. Number 7, Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Liquid Concealer, $32 in shade number 4, Fair. Now this one's 5 years in the making. Charlotte Tilbury has been working on what she calls her holy grail of concealers to reduce the appearance of dark circles, blemishes, and imperfections. This product uses Persian silk tree bark extract to reduce the appearance of crow's feet and to fade dark circles with the extract of wild indigo. It's a native Indian plant that's said to enhance the skin's luminosity. It is a full coverage concealer. You can use your ring finger to blend, comes in 20 shades, is long-lasting, suitable for all skin types, and is paraben-free. Now, the con that I found was that reviewers said the applicator design is a little bit difficult. I'm still using my brush, even so. All right, so let's see if Charlotte waved her magic wand on this one by end of day. Y'all, I am so bummed. I am such a huge Charlotte Tilbury fan, but this concealer just did not meet my expectations. Like the reviewers had said, I too was not a fan of this application tip. I found it to be too big, and as I tried to get to the inner corner area, it was kind of poking up and hitting my lower lash line. It's just too clunky. The other thing too, as time went by, I found that it was starting to fade here in the inner corners, and then as the hours went by, I was seeing some cracking and creasing here on the outside of the eye. So sadly, this concealer is just going to get 3 stars. Pains me. So here we are, 1 week and $300 later, and I am exhausted. And I still consider my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer for $27 to be my #1 holy grail, although I have to say I have discovered some new concealers that I'm liking, so at least it was a good discovery for me. So if there's anything else that you'd like me to demo, please go ahead, lay it out below. I look forward to reading what you have to say. I really want you to subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, that way you're notified every time I release a video, which is Thursday at 1 o'clock. I'm always in the comment section at that time chatting with you all. And then through the week, I'm on social media. I in particular love Instagram. It's kind of my jam. If you don't have an Instagram account, you got to get one. It's a great place to follow your friends and people who you think are interesting and cool, and you can learn more about their lives. And I wish you boldness and blessings always, but I am so going to bed right now. Good night.